Hey everybody, welcome back to Luigi's Mansion. Hang on a sec. There we go. Okay, so in the last episode we did the cold storage room, which is the last room in the basement. That means we've got all four of these rooms fully completed and lit up, and that means that we can do the booze down here. Okay, now I've stated this before quite a few times in this LP, but what I'm doing here is the boos on this floor tend to have very high HP, if I remember correctly, often in the realm of like 300 or something. So the thing about this floor is that if you try to do the boos before all of the rooms lit up, and the boos are flying around all the different rooms, because they've got such high HP, it's very easy for them to escape and get into the different rooms. And because of that, it's a lot easier for you to just wait until you've got all of these rooms fully lit up, so you don't have to worry about the boos going into rooms that you haven't unlocked yet, because that can happen sometimes. Say the I can't remember the name of it, but the one that's just behind Luigi on the map here, that's the room where you first light it up after the blackout. You go in there and trip the switch and something happens and that restores the electricity somehow. It really shouldn't be as simple as that in real life, but for some reason it works like that in the game. It's almost as though the entire mansion runs on a fuse that you can just flick the switch back. It's weird. Anyway, the point is that if you were to attempt to get that boo immediately after lighting that room up, and I have attempted to do that on previous playthroughs, what it basically will do is just fly immediately into the corridor, and then you basically can't get to it until you reach Area 4. Well, actually, you'd already be in Area 4 technically. So, but the point is that you'd have to go through all the different rooms upstairs before you get the key that leads to the what's-it room, the cellar I think it's called, and then you can get out in the corridor, and then once you've done that, if the boo is still hanging around in the corridor, it'll just fly into the pipe room, or the cold storage, and you can't get into those until much later. So anyway, it's just a million times easier just to get it now and not worry about it, because there's no particular reason why you need to get the boos immediately after you complete the rooms. It doesn't affect anything. You can just leave it till later and do it once you've got them all lit up, and you'll just be able to breeze through it once you've done that. So that is what I'm going to do in this episode, and I'm going to start doing them in chronological order. I have a feeling there's something that I've forgotten to say that I need to. Oh yeah, as you can see, we've got 40 out of 50 boos. And that means that if you are playing the American version of the game, the US version, you don't have to bother with this, because you need a certain number of boos to proceed to the final boss. And in the US version, it's 40 boos. So if you've completed all of the optional rooms that I've shown off so far, like rooms like the rec room and the billiards room, they're all optional. They also have boos in them, so if you've completed those and you've got the boos in there, then you don't have to worry about getting any more boos. You don't have to deal with this at all. However, if you're playing the European version, then you do need to get more, because you need at least 45. That's one of the regional differences between the two games. Additionally, regardless of what version, European, American, or any of the others, if you're going for 100% completion of the game, you will need to get all 50 of the boos, as I am going to do, because you actually get something for getting them all. And it's not a little thing either, it's something really significant that you will need for the 100% completion. You probably could get 100% completion without it, especially in the American version, because the American version has the what is it? I think it's more money in the mansion. No, it's not that. It's something to do with the ranking system that's different. I can't remember what it is. I talked about it in the first episode. Oh yeah, in the American version you just need to get 100 million gold. In the European version you need 150 million gold, which you can only do in the hidden mansion. But I'm still going to be aiming for that 100 million gold target anyway, because even though that doesn't get me the best possible ending in this version of the game, I still view that as the 100% target, as it were, because, you know, I kind of feel like if the only way you can 100% this game is by playing New Game Plus, then I kind of feel a bit cheated out of it, to be honest. But if you're in the US, you don't have to worry about that at all. On with these boos then. Also, one more thing that I forgot. I also haven't done any of the boos on this floor. So those, as you can see, we've got the key there. We're not going to be doing that until the next episode. Those boos I've also left because you've got the same problem with that. They have very high HP, except for the one that's in the green room. That one has lower HP because it's an area 3 boo technically. But otherwise you have the same problem here, where all the boos have very high HP. It's like 300 HP, and they'll fly around into rooms that you haven't unlocked yet, and there's pretty much no way you can prevent it because their HP is so high that they can last so long that they inevitably get away from you. So that's going to be another episode that I will do, the boos on the 3rd floor or the attic, depending on what you want to call it. That's going to be another episode I am going to do after the next episode, the episode that will come after this one. So it's the episode after the next episode. And in between, obviously, we'll do that one room up there that you can see that we've got a key for. Anyway, enough delay. Actually, one more delay. I'm going to get a drink. Yeah, for some reason my throat always gets really dry when I'm doing commentary. Anyway, it's normally in one of these barrels somewhere. Come on. There it is. See, this one's... Oh, did you have to? This one's only got 200, but that's still enough that it can pretty easily get away. See, there's no way it's gonna... It still had 100 HP and it got away, so... And you know, if that had happened when you'd come in there immediately after the blackout, you'd have had to wait for ages until you could have got that again. Well, unless you were like a speedrunner or something and you were going through this really quickly. That being said, if you were a speedrunner, you'd probably use that glitch in the game that allows you to... it had exactly 100 HP. See, it's just immediately got back in there. That's the... thing that they go from this side to that side to this side. It's really annoying. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, I saw this video on YouTube where someone did Luigi's Mansion in like 15 minutes or something crazy like that. And what they'd done is they'd taken advantage of some sort of glitch you could do immediately after the first boss fight, the one with the baby, and that basically allowed them to... Oh, it's hidden in here again. I was wondering why it wasn't, like, it's best to get rid of this as well. I was wondering why it wasn't just sort of in the room, but sometimes they will hide in the room again. Anyway, what this guy done is, like, after the... Yeah, it's always in the barrels. After... Or not... Oh, maybe it was. I only did one damage from it. I'm trying to talk about some guy who did something... on YouTube right now, and I just keep on getting interrupted by the game. But yeah, what was I saying? After the fight with Chauncey the baby, fuck, I've completely forgot. Right, I'm gonna stand still so that I can tell the story. after Chauncey, actually no, I'm not, I'm gonna do it while I'm doing this. After Chauncey the baby, there's a glitch that he took advantage of where he went, see, he does it every time, he went basically glitching through the whole of the mansion, like he was going through the floors and ceilings and stuff, and occasionally he'd pop out in a room that you'd recognize, but for the most part he was just sort of glitching around and tilting Luigi in weird directions, and he eventually just came out in the room with the final boss, and then he just did the final boss, and that was Luigi's Mansion in 15 minutes. To be honest, I think taking advantage of glitches and things like that, if you're doing a speed run, you know, it's not really a genuine speed run if you do that. I think you should probably do it like legitimately, but whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Who wants to bet this guy is just gonna fly back into that room as soon as I start doing this? Well, I almost called it. He went into the other room, and I still only did 1 damage to him. Oh, he went into cold storage. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You know, it's not too bad for me because I've got all these rooms unlocked. It's, you know, I'm pretty much just breezing through it even though I'm complaining about it, but imagine if you were doing this and you didn't have all the doors unlocked. It would be a nightmare, and he's hidden in here. So there's actually going to be 2 boos, and I'm going to release one, but not the other. Okay, I want to get rid of that. Ice physics are back to haunt me. Where are you? In here? Okay, that's the other boo that's in here. I might as well just get him anyway. It doesn't make a difference what. Okay, go into the corridor. Yeah, I thought so. So there's obviously still the other one in here. Yeah, he's got 5, so hopefully, yeah. Okay, I'm actually not going to save after each of these boos. This guy's gonna ask you to save as he always does, but I'm not going to purely because I'm recording, and I don't want to have to, if this recording messes up. But, you know, if you're playing this just sort of casually, I do recommend you save after each of these boos because it's going to be really annoying if you have to do them again. Anyway, where did that other guy go? I don't care. I'm going in here. Oh, you went in here. Alright then. Oh, I can't get to you because of all this dust. Okay, you can sit out there for a bit. Alright, I'll just get rid of this dust first, and if I spawn the boo in the meantime, then I spawn the boo. If not, I don't. Wait. Oh, well, it was nothing that whole time. I reckon it's gone into the barrel. Yep. So the boos down here don't seem to have as high HP as I was making out. Maybe I just remembered it wrong, but I'm pretty sure they had 300 HP. Anyway, this guy is just about done. Ice physics almost betrayed me again. Well, not really betrayed me because screwing me over is what they're sort of supposed to do, but anyway, I think the original boo that was in this room has gone back into it, so I'm going to proceed down here. Ah, yeah, see, there's one that has 300 HP. So I wasn't completely wrong, there was at least one that has that much HP, and whoa, this guy is going to be a pain. Well, apparently not, actually. This is going to take 1 HP. Oh, maybe not. I cannot believe that I've got to this point in this LP. I mean, you know, considering how many months I've been making it, it's not surprising, but, you know, it's really coming to the end quite fast. Except for all the times that I've not been making episodes for various reasons. Then nothing was happening fast. Oh, coins! Didn't know there was coins here. Coins. Okay, now we just got one more. I'll just make my way around here. Okay, what is going on with this? Hang on a sec. I'm gonna have to try that again because this thing was just going crazy a second ago. Look at that. That's too much fun. Oh, yeah. Come on, as if there could ever be so much. You guys are not fun at all. Going in. Stop it! Going in here. Where is it? Oh, come on, it's got to be in one of these things. Where is it? Okay, so apparently moved in here. I was hoping I could get it then, but no. Okay, please get it this time. Well, that's the last time I've got to deal with ice physics in this game. Until I LP the hidden mansion, which I do want to do at some point, although I've never actually played it before. Maybe I'll do it blind, that'd be quite funny. Because the hidden mansion in the European version, I've said this before, but it's a lot different. It's a... Die! It's a lot different to the US version. Another little glitch when you're going through doors, sometimes there are still lights shining and things like that. Anyway, we've got all the booze down here. That is the end of this episode, so I'm going back upstairs to save. In the next episode, we go to the artist studio, which is one of the last rooms in the game. In fact, it's technically the last room in the game because there's only one more and we've already seen it. And I've already shown where that is on the map, so I will see you next time.